So Norman from Edimax. I think it was about 13 or 14 years ago when Danny and I started here, and we did zero in the area of IT. But we did see that there was a common language emerging for everything being IP. And you look now across all of our product groups, whether it's PA, whether it's intercoms, whether it's AV, everything uses a common language of IP. The backbone of any IP system is obviously this equipment, and the ability of the equipment to function properly is going to be critical. And what we've found is you get a modem router from your provider, it's going to be close to useless. You separate, you get a modem from your provider and add a decent router to it, like your TP links, such as those, you're going to get a reasonable result. But what we're finding also now is that the systems that we're using in the small businesses, they're now trickling down into households. So it's getting a little bit more complicated, but more simple at the same time. So we're finding modem down to a switch, and then we're using access points, and then that's future-proofing us. So one of the big brands for us, obviously, is Edimax. I'm very impressed that Norman here is going to give training, because one of our bugbears in this area is that suppliers give very little support and very little training. So yeah, no, thank you very much, Norman.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Hello everyone. Firstly, I need to apologize because John emailed me 9 o'clock, but because I'm doing two things at one time, I put 9:30 on my calendars. So I do apologize on this, and I'm getting too old. Okay. So cutting short, this is my privilege to come here to present you Edimax PoE solutions. Of course, there's a little bit descriptions regarding the PoE spec. Okay, but I won't go too deep. If you have any questions, you can email me. No issue, and we can communicate. We can talk. You can share your knowledge with me, and I can share with mine. But today I will be general pictures regarding the PoE applications, and also this slide is special made for radio parts because I put all the related products of radio parts. Okay, so and then. After first sections, and then I will have one question for, I will have one freebie for you. Okay, one freebie. So you can take on and try. So please listen carefully, and then I bring the two freebie today, and one for each sections. So and if you can answer the question, I will give you the freebie. If too many people can answer at the same time, no issue. I send more freebie to here. Okay. Let me start my presentation. Okay. Firstly, I just brief general introduction about Edimax. Who's Edimax? Where are we coming from? Okay, Edimax already start 30 years, and we have 20 branch office worldwide. And we sell into the 75 countries. And probably we have more than 300 distributors right now. And we have three major product lines. One is Edimax Pro for the SMB products, Edimax for the SOHO products, just like a router, USB adapters. And the Smart is all related to the IoT home automations. Later, I will talk to John about the Smart. We have a garage door opener with camera. We have the door cameras. There's a new products will be coming in 2017. But later I will present to John and Michael. Okay. We are the Taiwanese brand, and we are the top 35 among all the brands in Taiwan. So we are famous in Taiwan, of course in other countries. And we started in 1986, and Edimax is actually the publicity company in Taiwan. You can buy the share in Taiwan market. And we have about 1,500 employees. Engineer is 250. Okay, and of course, you know this. And our R&D center is in Taipei. Our manufacturers in Taiwan, in Dongguan. Okay, we have 4 subsidiaries. Edimax is doing OEM, ODM. And we have Contran doing ISP just like Netcom business. Like we have S-Link also doing OEM, ODM. This is our brand, and S-Link is our OEM, ODM companies. And S-Max is doing the surveillance. And also the home automation. This is our core value: integrity, quality, service, innovation. This is how we focus. Doesn't matter where we are, we always think about those four words. Okay. And of course, we try to participate all the events and win awards. This is all the award we won for the Radar Award, Best Product Award, and the Taiwan Excellence Award on each different products. This is figures I just show you. Have different. We have a worldwide presence in all. This is our Europe branch office. This is our USA branch office. This is Taiwan. This is our other branch office, and Australia is in Mount Waverly. Okay. Of course, we join and present Edimax in all the major activities like CES, CB, and the Computex, and the GTEx. Okay, see, this is the product line we are actually Edimax doing. We have a SMB product line. We also have a Soho product line and SMB Wi-Fi like Cinnamon access point, and also smart. This is a smart plug, and this is a this is a very new one. This is a pinhole cameras. You can replace your pinhole, put the IP camera, and this one comes with a PIR. Then whenever someone walks into your front door, you get notified from your app. I will introduce you later. Okay, today we're going to focus on the PoE switch only. Okay, and whenever there's something different from others, we focus on PoE Plus. PoE Plus and PoE are different, a little bit different. I will show you, but all the Edimax products, they are PoE Plus. Okay, and the second thing, all the Edimax PoE, they are full PoE ports, which means you don't need to worry about. I don't remember the products, whether it's a 4-port PoE only or 8-port only. With Edimax products, Edimax PoE, they are all PoE port. So you don't need to worry about, let me check the spec. No, all the Edimax PoE, they are PoE Plus capable, each port, and each port, they are all PoE capable, okay? So it's simple to remember. Okay, let me tell you a little bit more about PoE and PoE Plus. Maybe something you already know. I just tell everyone what's the difference. Okay, PoE means the IEEE standard 802.3 AF. Okay, this is established from 2003, and actually they can provide power 15.4 from the PSE device. I will tell you PSE, what PSE means. And also the PoE Plus is here. It's a 802.3 AT. Okay, it's higher power. Okay, higher standards. Okay, so this is a table over here. Power available for PD. PD means the power device, which means like your cameras, like your VoIP. Like the Cinnamon access point, they call the PD device. PSE device means the switch, PoE switch. Okay, so if you follow the standard, then AF will be able to provide 15.4 watt per port from the switch, and the PD device will receive around 13 watts. Okay, this is a follow standard, and this is a standard with the 802.80. Then it's a little bit different. Okay, over here, the voltage is around this range. So normally the AF will be the 48 volt, and the AT will be above 50 volt. Okay, this is easy for you to remember. AF is a 48 volt normally, but AT definitely is above 48, will be 50. Okay, this is a standard. Okay, of course this is a current, and okay, normally this is the minimum you need to run under which cable will be K5. Of course, we won't suggest you customer to buy K5. We always ask customer to buy K5E above, because the the copper, the quality means the performance of the PoE, also means the distance, the PoE. Okay, so the idea involvement will be K6E, and will be the copper, pure copper. Okay, so if your customer using the PoE or PoE Plus, try not to sell them the K5E. Try not to use the K5E because may not have a trouble later. They'll tell you the distance is too short, or they'll tell you that the cable is too hot, something like that. But you don't want to see that happen. Okay, and there's a two people will sometimes will tell you, what's M span and the mid span. Okay, I will show you next slides. Okay, this is what I just mentioned. Power source equipment, we call the PSE on the PoE, and the PD means the power device. Okay, just keep it simple. Let's remember this. And this is whenever currently most PoE switch we are using the N span. And what's the difference between N span and the mid span? Don't confuse. Most currently the PoE currently you buy in the market, mostly they are here. Okay, don't worry about the spec. Some people they doing a project, they might use the mid span, but call us. Don't never keep stock of this one, or never buy this one in stock, because the structure is different. Okay, this is a traditional switch. They don't have PoE functions. Then they need the PoE hub, and then provide power to the device. So, probably 10 years ago, more solutions are like this, but now it's this. Okay, so some people will ask you what's the mid span, N span. Don't worry, we're using the N span just like this, easy to remember. Okay, don't confuse. Don't worry about that. And less people, around 10% people doing project using this way, only 10%. Okay, so do you have questions? Okay, so I try to keep it simple. If you have a deeper question, email me please. And PoE applications, where can we sell PoE? So where can we, whenever people doing a project, who will need PoE? Okay, this is a diagram it shows you here. Okay, this diagram is very simple and you can easy to remember. See, I just mentioned to you, PoE Plus, 802.380, 30 watts. And this one's AF, 15 watts. So above this, whenever the application needs higher power, like speed-on, you sell speed-on here. And also some VoIP with video. And also the high-powered access point. Whenever they require more than 15 watts, they will be using the AT. And some others, like VoIP, the basic level, IP cameras, and the standard wireless AP, they only require the AF standards. Okay, and this is our PoE switch. They shows you, this is the A-port PoE, and that's the gigabit uplink port, and this is the SSP. Normally, people use this to do the project, and for the uplink port, you can use the data center NVR to put it here, camera or the access point you put it here. Okay, this is simple structures for you to remember. Okay. Okay, so this is what I mean. So, but whenever your customer or you yourself, if you want to use PoE switch, this comes with different. There's two things you need to remember. You need to firstly whether it's a gigabit speed or the power. Two things you need to remember: whether you need gigabit speed or you need power. Which power you need? Okay. So this is from your website. This one, okay. This is a Ubiquiti AC1750. Okay. People normally think they are passive. Actually, they are not. This one is a standard, and also they require 18 watts. So whenever your customer or you want to use this one as a project, you need to buy a standard PoE switch, firstly. Secondly, because they come with a gigabit port, you need to select the gigabit switch. And then you need to select the spec of the PoE Plus. Then your customer can do a project with this device. Okay, so the two things you need to remember. Firstly, the speed. Secondly, power. And then the combination will be different PoE. Okay, and this one is the Edimax one. Okay, this one also, this one is gigabit speed as well, and the AF around 10 watts. Okay, so different speed, different volt, use different PoE. So, okay. And the CCTV. CCTV is very simple. All the cameras, they only need 10100 only. Okay, 10100. Okay, and then normally they only need AF standard. Simple. Okay, so because all the camera itself only consume around 8 to 10 watts only. Okay, so whenever customer come to you says I need CCTV and give me a PoE switch, will be a 10100 plus AF, which is PoE. It's good enough. If you sell the gigabit to them, it will be overselect. Okay. So those products, whenever your customer come to you, just tell them, oh, you only need 10100 and the AF standard, AF power. Then this one is different. This one is again for CCTV they only need 10100, no issue. But because this comes with speed on, they need higher power. Then they need the higher power. Then you need to you need to find out the higher power PoEs for your customers to do in the project. Okay. And this is a VoIP. Again, VoIP only need 10100. Okay, and they need also the small power as well. Okay, so only the 5 to 8 watts. So this one is the standard PoE. Also, this one is standard PoE. So try to summarize. Okay, only the CD mount AP, the high-end one, they need gigabit. Simple. All the CCTV or the VoIP, normally they are 10100. Okay. For the camera, for all the application, only two camera, only the speed on, and also the high performance AP, they need AT. Otherwise, they only need small power. Okay. This is a slide I will leave to John. You can check later as well. But of course, there are some devices they are using the passive PoE. Please remember, passive PoE won't work with the standard PoE. Okay, they only work with their own PoE switch, so you won't be able to cross over to sell. Okay, they only use their own brand. Okay. This is very important for you, and it shows your expertise. Whenever someone comes to you, okay, can you tell me whether it's compliant with Australian safety standards with PoE, which standard you comply? There are two things you need to comply with the device. It's very important for you. Please remember. Firstly, we know ASEAN logo. Okay. Some PoE switch they are still using the city, which is not allowed to sell right now. Okay, you need to if you're doing a project, especially for government education, you need to identify whether you come with this logo, which is ASEAN logo. Okay, this is firstly, very simple. Secondly, the cable all need to be certified by SAA. So you know SAA, right? SAA this the power cable itself. Okay, there's 3 parts need to comply with Australian standard. Firstly, is the plug itself. Secondly, is the cable. Thirdly, this part. 3 places need to have the ASEAN mark. SAA number. This here is ASEAN number. Here is ASEAN number. Sorry, here is ASEAN number. Three mark come with ASEAN. SAA number. We call it SAA marking. If you see those things, it means you comply. Okay. So please remember small things, but make big difference. Edimax, of course, will comply also O2C. Okay, and then now I'm going to I'm going to tell you about the Edimax products. Okay, currently this is the product itself, really popular. Okay, one's ES100AP, the other one's ESE10PL. The difference between P and the PL is PoE power. P comes with higher power, 145 volt, and the PL is 75 volt. Okay, this one is cheaper here. This one is more expensive, of course. And there are 8 Ethernet port. They come with 8 PoE port as well. And if you're using the higher power, like PoE port up to, means that if you're using like an application like 15 watts, then this one can fully occupy. You don't need to worry about that. If you're talking about speed down or higher, even higher speed, the power, you need to then you are down to the 4 PoE ports. Okay, this one. The reason this one is popular because it can be used all the conditions, and the price is here. But some people, if they worry about their power, please suggest them to buy this one. Or if they're not sure about how much power they need, sell them this one. Okay. So this table on my presentation, you can use it, or maybe you can put it on website. Later on, I will introduce Gigabit to you as well. But currently, this one is available. This one is not available. The difference between this one and this one is Gigabit and the 10100 only. Okay. And this one is really popular. So remember, if you don't remember any my presentation, just remember this part number. Simple, because most case, this one will be safe. Okay, safe, because all the conditions you can use. Okay. And this one is WebSmart. The difference between WebSmart and the dump. Previous one is a dump. Okay. This one is dump. Dump means there's no management. Okay. But the special things I forgot to mention is all those dump switch, they are fanless, which means that there's no fan. Okay, they comply with energy saving, so they don't need fan to run. So this is no noise. But this one is different. This one, so we are talking, this one is dump. Okay, it will be wonderful price. It's brand new. Later. Okay, this is I mentioned about the most popular one. Okay, which is which is this one. Okay. And I'm going to tell you the difference between the WebSmart PoE switch and the dump switch. Okay, WebSmart switch is simple. Just there's a web page you can log in, and then you can change the configurations. You can do the management. So normally for the CCTV or for the VoIP, what they need only 2 things normally. Okay, but if you're doing the large network, it's different. But for a small job, you only need to remember 2 things. Firstly, the WebSmart switch can do the power management, which means that you can log in the UI, your user interface, and then you can remotely to turn the power on and off of each port. It also means you just reboot the device. Just reboot your device. There's something wrong with the camera. There's no image. Try to log in your PoE switch, and then identify which port, and then power on and off. Then which means reboot your device, and then you will know whether there's something wrong with the PoE or something wrong with your device. So you don't need to travel to see your customers to know. But from your side, you can remotely to know whether there's something wrong with the power or the device. So this is the advantage of west mask. Secondly is pole-based VLAN. Normally pole-based VLAN means that all the ports only they won't communicate with each others. They only communicate with uplink ports. In this case, you can prevent the storm, okay, the broadcast storm. If someone playing the video over here, all the ports will listen what happened. Okay, so in that case, your CCTV performance will be dropped, your VoIP performance will be dropped, even the Wi-Fi. So if you're doing a setting for the pole-based VLAN, then you can control a lot of broadcast storm. They can be set up in the UI. And of course, if people talking to a VLAN tag, it means the large network. In this case, ask them to study by themselves because it's really complicated, or ask them to contact us. Okay. And most importantly for the west mask switch, they come with 2 uplink ports. The uplink port is a SFP fiber uplink port. So when someone doing the project, they need a longer distance, longer than 100 meters. What they will do, they use fiber. The fiber can up to the 1 kilometers, 2 kilometers, or 5 kilometers. So between the building to building, normally you will require the SSP port like this, okay, to do a project, or like a long distance signals in this fiber, SSP fiber. So this is different application doing the project. Okay, so I just try to keep everything simply. Okay.
And the connector type for the fiber?
Module. Do you have module? Later I can introduce to you. Okay, it's good business anyway. Yep. Okay. And then later on, 2017, we are going to introduce products like this. Okay, this is PoE Switch. Okay, and this is coming new technologies. Normally, the PoE power and data distance only can transmit up to 100 meters. Okay, in most cases it's okay, but in some cases they think it's not enough. So in 2017, we are going to introduce the PoE Switch with 200 meters PoE power delivery, also the data delivery. And this is the idea for those CCTV projects and some intercom projects. Okay, this will be coming soon. Okay. And also, this one, sorry, is a PoE extender. Okay. This one is injectors. Let me introduce this one first. This one is really popular. For example, if you have you've only single job, you don't need a switch. You need to use this one, the PoE injectors. They provide a PoE Plus with up to 30 watts and the gigabit speed. So it doesn't matter which applications, they can use this one. Okay, this will be on your website later. Okay, so this one is really popular for those installers. They like this one. And this is one is PoE extender. The PoE distance extender up to 300 meters. How it does is this is the PoE injectors. Okay, then you can use up to 2 extenders, and then extend the power and data to 300 meters away. Okay, this is one of the accessories for those installers. They might ask you, how about I have 200 meters distance? How going to do? Tell me. Okay, so if you have longer distance, they can use this one, PoE extenders, or this one. Okay, I will introduce you later. This is really new to Australia, and there's no similar solution in Australia yet. Okay.
So the extender is still not available.
Extender is available right now, still in Taiwan. Okay, but not in Australia. Yeah, but other suppliers they don't have either. Okay, so it's a good product to do the project, and for them they just They just use the two extenders. Then they can extend the PoE power and the network to 300 meters away. Okay. Our commitment. Edimax, they have a local technical support number. Any question, call us. And all the products come with 3-year new replacement warranty. Means that something wrong, bring it back, come to us, you get a new one. You don't need to wait for the refurbish. You just get a new one straight away. And we are service center in Melbourne.
That's Western Australia.
Sorry?
The number?
The
service number. Because
our service center.
Away.
Our service center is in Singapore. They speak proper English, so we do have a lot of good feedback from our customers. Supporting speak proper English. Okay. That's it.
Just a question with most PoE devices.
Yes.
We're often told to keep all our products separate. So take radio parts as an example. There's one PoE switch running the surveillance. There's one running the VoIP system. Can you explain a little bit about that? The separation of the devices?
Yeah. So normally, for example, if you want to do the VoIP in one way, the other way you want to do the CCTV, normally you need to set out the VLAN tag on each device, and also all the switch need to comply with the VLAN tag rules. Okay, so this one is something we need to go in further, and then shows you the user interface. Then you will know how to set up. So normally the VoIP will be one VLAN tag group, and the CCTV will be another group. By doing this way, there's no conjunction. They won't cross over to talk. Okay, so that's very important. When we talk about VLAN tag, means the switch will be controlled by tag, which means that the tag will tell you which paths to go. Okay, so that really down to the setting of the UI. Okay, this is called what we call VLAN tag. Okay, all the switch need to comply to the same setting of the VLAN tag. You need to put it in the same group, and then they will cross over. Okay, so this is what we call VLAN tag, and also your device. The one you mentioned about the physical means what we call a pole-based VLAN. Yeah, pole-based VLAN, this is very simple. They can't do this way. Okay, the pole-based VLAN means that all the ports they won't communicate. They only communicate with uplink port only. Okay, so instead of going to the UI to do the setting, okay, you know, those ports talk to this one. That's all. Okay, and then you can buy 2 of this switch, and then one for VoIP, one for the CCTV. Okay, they won't.
Because for CCTV that would be good, wouldn't it? Yes.
Yeah, of course. So never try to in that case, never try to buy this one. Okay, if you want to put the VoIP and also CCTV as send network, never try to buy this one. Never. Then you will get a lot of phone call later, because it won't work.
Compete for the bundles, you know.
Yeah, this is really for the simple application, simple project. You use this one, easy. Okay, but if you do talking about a little bit complicated, then VLAN tag, pole-based VLAN will help you, and then VLAN tag will help you. So if you want to learn more about VLAN tag, how to do a setting, I can arrange our support guide to show you the UI one by one. We can arrange a time with you to tell you how to set up the Edimax PoE Switch with the VLAN tag. Okay, so just let me know. Send me the email to me. Okay, or talk to John. We can arrange your techie guy to familiar with our UI. I think they all know how to do the setting, but we can tell them how to do it easily. Okay, we can arrange that. Okay. Sure.
Any questions? No questions?
Okay. Price.
Lucky Joel?
Sorry?
Lucky Joel?
No, you've got to answer the question. We're all here. Answer the question.
Okay. Then I want to give this one. I want to give this one away. This one is really popular one. Okay. So just give me a. This one's 10100 and AF standard. Okay. So my question is, what's the device when customer come to you? For example, what's the device of the radio parts? You can, whenever they want to buy, and then they will think about this one.
IP camera.
Exactly. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
She's a fast one. Yeah, please remember. Okay, IP camera. This one. Okay, even the VoIP, your old phone, the intercom, the high-end one, not the entry-level one, they all comply with this one. Okay, because they only need 10100 only, and also the power they don't need too much. Okay, but never try to sell a speedon with this one. It won't work. All the ubiquity, the high-end AP, never sell in this one because it won't work because it's 100. And of course the power is okay, sufficient, just I show you on the table. He can power the speedon, no worry. Okay, but speed is not. Okay, thank you. Okay. Do you want to give? Do you want?
Should be like a novelty check.
Yes, it's like give it the box, give the product to someone else.
No, thank you very much.
Okay, my pleasure.
So last opportunity, guys. Any questions? I think the VLAN would be an interesting session for us. So we can work that out. Maybe for a job.
Please, we can arrange a special training.
Yeah.
To speak to for those people who are interested in knowing how to set up the VLAN.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a more specialised one. Yeah.
True, yeah.
Abby will have to do it because she's the owner of the Edimax product. So no, all good? All right, so yeah, we'll do a 5-minute